Okay, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. It has been years since I played a version of this game. And I think the last version I played was for PlayStation 2. And I imagine that was Romance of the Three Kingdoms 7 or 8. I can't really remember. And I have to admit up front here that I haven't done the due diligence with this game. And by that I mean I haven't played it enough to get comfortable with all the commands and such, so this is going to be a noob fest learning experience, and the learning curve on this game is impressive. There are, there are so many variables, there are so many commands you can give, there are so many attributes to your character that can be improved, and there's just so many decisions you can make in this game, which I guess is in part why it's pretty popular. Yeah, so let's get started. Might as well just dive right in. Now, I imagine a lot of people play hero mode. That's where you just use the historical officers, and this game is based on a fictional Chinese fable tale, mythology, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of, in a sense, it's not, this isn't a perfect analogy, but it's kind of like the Lord of the Rings of China, and which is a really clunky analogy, but gives you a sense of what the where this video game came from, what it's based on. Yeah, so there are historical officers. Now it's historical fiction. How true? Obviously, there's magic and all kinds of weird stuff that isn't true. But how true are the historical officers in this game? I don't know. I'm actually reading the book, the first book. I believe it is a trilogy that this video game is based on, and I'm reading the book, which is a translation of ancient Chinese writing, I guess. The tale itself was written in Chinese, and it's been translated a few times, and I'm reading one of those translations, excuse me, and it's different. I don't know if it's the translation, I don't know if it's the fact that the story's so old, I don't know if it's Chinese sensibilities, but the way the plot unfolds and what you are told, what's explained to you and what isn't, it's just a different set of sensibilities, I'll just put it that way. Definitely Chinese writers had other priorities in mind when they sat down to tell tales, as opposed to Western fairy tales or fables or mythologies. But it's interesting. I mean, if you get a chance to get the books, if you're into the game, I do recommend you read them. Anyway, so the hero mode, I'm sure a lot of people would get into that, just playing Liu Bei, however you say that, and I think the video game writes it as Cao, but I think it's actually the book writes his name as TSAO, so it should be Zhao, I think, pronounced. So yeah, my pronunciation is going to be horrible throughout this whole thing. You're just going to have to deal with that. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of people play those, the Wei, Wu, all the Sun Ce, and all the historical officers. But I like to make my own officers because, like any game I play where they give you a chance to create your own officers, I make stupid names. And let me just say, don't get offended by the names I make. They're nonsense. I'm not being racist. I'm not trying to insult Chinese people with these silly names. So, don't take it to heart. In fact, if I'm trying to make fun of or insult anybody, it's myself for being so stupid and not being able to pronounce the, you know, the historical officer names. And so I make these stupid names that I can pronounce, all right? That's what this is all about. It's just, it doesn't mean anything. There's no intent behind these silly names. So again, don't get offended. All right, so the first person we should create is the person who's going to be the ruler of my little chunk of China, of ancient China. And that's kind of the idea here. You start off, or one way you can play it. There's several different ways you can go about this game. It's like I said, there's so many variables in this game, so many ways you can approach it. But what I normally do, or what I've done in the past, and the way I feel most comfortable playing this game, is setting up a little fiefdom in China to compete with all the other rulers. So I'm going to go ahead. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and create the ruler, and I'm going to create his officers, his generals. And then when I start the game, I'm going to pick a little chunk of China, and we're going to, you know, we're going to start our takeover of ancient China from there. But anyway, so the first thing we have to do is choose what he looks like. And we've got some kind of default Chinese Superman guy there, and we don't want him. My ruler will not look like that. And looking at the tabs up top here, right, so these are the historical officers, and I guess I could steal their faces if I wanted to. But we have different versions of them too, and that's interesting. But I don't want to do that. They can keep their faces. Now I don't know what this, and there's some emperors there. That's understandable. To understand, you know, you wouldn't meet them, I don't think, in combat or battles or anything like that. So they would be listed under other. I don't know who these guys are. Maybe eunuchs, maybe not, don't know. And then there are these other faces with no names that I guess you could choose. But that would be a pretty funny emperor face. All right, we're not going to go there. We're just pick from the standard new officer faces. And who do we want to go with here? Do we want our ruler to have an old and venerable look to him? I think that's redundant, isn't it? Venerable means old, doesn't it? Do we want our ruler to have a redundant look? That guy's got, he looks like he's about to tell an inappropriate joke. I don't know why, that expression, he's just got a weird expression. I think that's a good look for our ruler. It's kind of got a pensive pose there, and, you know, a very, he's just got a ruler look to him. He's got a ruler air to him. So that's him. All right, and name. So we will go ahead and name our ruler. What is the shift key? That is the shift key. And yeah, so because it's you know, Chinese names, the last name comes first. But I kind of, my silly names are, I don't know, but I kind of almost make them in a way that makes it look like the first name comes first. It doesn't matter. It's just, they're just silly names. So there's our ruler. Dim some, lose some. All right. And so now we have a face, and now we have a name. And yeah, so we've got to fill out the rest of his attributes here. And I'm just kind of scanning this stuff. As you can see, there's just a lot to take in. Character, gender, male, obviously. Weapon sword, which I think we can change. Duty ignore. Voice young man. Yeah, so I think we get into all of that stuff here. Okay, obviously he's going to stay a man, and well, he's going to stay male. We get to choose his voice. So let's listen. What does a young Chinese man sound like? A young man in ancient China. What does he sound like? Okay, get a little taste of what he sounds like, I guess. That's a bold man, apparently. Violent man. All right. What's the difference between a violent man and a brutish man? I don't think our ruler wants to be either. Alright, that's what an old guy in ancient China sounded like, I guess. Alright. Polite man? Tactical man. Talented man. Cunning man. Alright. And here we get into the historical officers. Yeah, that's how they spell it in the game. That's what I was talking about. Cow. That's, you would think that's how you pronounce it, but in the book it's T-S-A-O. So I think it's pronounced Zhao. But anyway, my pronunciation is going to be brutal. That goes without saying. Alright, I think we're between polite man. Oops. Can't talk over polite man. Gotta hear what he sounds like. Tactical man. And talented man. He's going to be a tactical man. I think that's quite obvious. And he's obviously going to be, what is this? Civil official? No, those are the two choices there. Okay. He's going to be, well, he's a ruler, but no, he's going to have to be a military official, right? Excuse me a moment. Weapon: sword, blade, axe, serpent blade, spear, long spear, blue dragon blade, halberd, crescent blade, bow, fan, sword. He's the ruler. Let's not get too fancy with his weaponry. He will just go with a run-of-the-mill sword. Personality: timid, calm, bold, reckless. Timid, calm, bold. Calm sounds like a good personality to have as a ruler. Duty: disdain. Now, does that mean he disdains his duty? That's not good for a ruler, is it? Normal, honor, revere, ignore, disdain, normal. I guess honor would be pretty important for a ruler. Bravery, disdain, normal. Okay, so these are all the same. He's going to honor bravery. Aptitude, and he's going to honor aptitude as well. So let's hope I made the right choices there. I really have no idea how those choices are going to impact the gameplay, because I have, as I said, not done due diligence here. I did a little mini playthrough with this game, and it is crazy the amount of commands you go through. Actually, this would be a good time to request anybody watching this who's played this game before, if you see me making absurdly stupid mistakes over and over again, please give me the dope slap in the comment section and, relieve me of my misery. Okay. Armor. Yes, he wants armor. Tomes. Yes, he's going to be a man of the books. Treasure. Yes. I have no idea what these choices do for me, but alcohol. That's right after armor, tomes, and treasure. The next important thing in your life is alcohol, without a doubt. I think he'll be a normal drunk. Greed, unwanted, normal, greedy, unwanted. You have to be a little greedy to be a ruler. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, there are some harsh realities out there in the world. Get over it. Alright, so that was his preferences, stats. Now, I have actually made, in the initial playthrough, in the initial test run of this game, I did make generals. I did make new, original officers. And you'll probably notice that when I'm going through the names. I'm going to make a lot of the same names I've already made, so they'll come up as, I should probably just, they'll come up as pre-selections, whatever. Automatic choices, whatever you want to call it, as I'm clicking out the letters. And what I noticed, anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is that this is, oops, I don't know what I just did there. There's no, this game lets you go all the, I'm pretty sure that's the max for stats. Now, I don't know why they let you, I mean, all of these could go up to 100. And it seems like cheating to me. Like, why would I do that? So, I'm going to, it's going to be a voluntary throttle on these. I'm not going to allow any of my officers to go over 90 in these stats, and they can only go up to 90 once. So it's just a little, I'm assuming they're going to improve their stats as they, as I play the game and as they get experience. There's going to be an RPG like, I haven't played it long enough to know this, but I assume there's going to be, an RPG-like feature to this game where these stats get improved as they, quote, level, unquote. So it just seems like a giant cheat to me to just do all 100. Anyway, short of that is that he is going to be, and my ruler I'm just going to make well-rounded. We're going to make everything 75. How does that, and that seems pretty fair to me. And hope that he can learn here as he goes along. Or improve, I should say. All right, tell you what, I'm going to make governance 80. That'll be the one little cheat that I allow my ruler to have. Okay, so there are his stats. Troop type, I have Spearman, D, A, B. These are all just letters. I have no, why don't I have an A? I guess I don't get to choose. Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll just go with A. Who knows what any... I looked this up in the manual and I couldn't find anything that told me the difference between Spearman A, Spearman B, Horseman D, Bowman C. There was nothing in the manual. Like I said, the manual is 9 miles long and these little particulars are not explained in it. So, I can't... Whatever. I'm assuming all this really mean... Oh, wait. Soldier info. I didn't see that before. Let me see what... Yeah, see, even this really doesn't... Explanation. Heavy spear, level 2 spear. Okay, this is just... I guess as I go along, I'm going to be able to... required proficiency. I don't know what 1,000, 2,000. Claim village. So I have to claim a village to get these. So I have no idea what any of this means. This game is crazy in some ways. All right, so this doesn't tell me much of what I'm looking for either. All right, so we're just going to go Spearman A, Horseman A, Bowman A, and sounds good to me. Ability. Okay, now this is another one where I'm pretty sure you can just cheat like there's no Chinese tomorrow here for some reason. And I honestly don't know what to do here. He's a ruler. I'll tell you what, we're just going to make all of these 3. And I don't think that's cheating, and I don't think that's going to shortchange me in any way while playing. Right? I mean, again, he's a ruler, so we should kind of be well-rounded here. Without being, a minor deity from the start of the game. It's not really fun either. I do want him to improve as he goes along, and I'm hoping that does happen. Okay, so there's ability Forte. Now, what do we want his Forte to be? Very good question. Oops, didn't like that, did it? Training, patrol, coax, negotiate, orator, virtue. Meet officers without invitations, increases employment chance. This probably... Now, what I remember from playing other versions of Romance of the Three Kingdoms is you've got to be able to hire officers, because you need generals to take over territories and to run your battles and to run your armies and to carry out your orders. It's a very important skill to have. So I think that's what his Forte is going to be. Strategy. Interesting. Undefeatable. Greatly increases own attack and mobility, grants cleave strikes, and preserves morale. Lowers enemy morale. Well, you know what? I like. No need to even look any farther. Expertise. All right. Strategy, genius, impartiality, spy work, personable. Increases starting progress on diplomacy missions, agricultural, mercantile, logistical focus, pragmatism, lowers working time in the market, farm, and study hall. Okay. Expedition aid, soldiers return home faster. That could be important. I don't know, but I guess we're going to find out. Horse training. City officers' horse aptitude increases. Okay, I guess city officers' horses are very important. Bow training, spear training, defender. City units' defense increases and mobility slightly falls. Fierce charger. City units' mobility increases and defense slightly falls. So that's strategy genius. City officers gain maximum troops and morale. Huh. Now, is getting other generals considered a diplomacy mission? I don't know. Lowers army's provision consumption. Now, early on, if I remember right, and once again, in other versions I played, this was pretty big early on. But as you go on in the game and as you get richer, you kind of swimming in provisions. So lowers working time in the market, farm, and study hall. Huh. I really don't know which one to choose here. War minister. Domestic minister. What's the difference between a war minister and a military minister? Fierce charger. I tell you what, I don't know what to take, so we're just going to take mercantile. Because money is always important, isn't it? There you go. Now, that was basic, and then we go to this family tab. And this, I'm probably going to have to come back to this because he's going to have a wife that I haven't created yet. But life will... Oh, right. So this is like his birth range and his age. Now, it's interesting because they give you the age he will be at the start of the key moments in ancient Chinese history that this game incorporates. The Yellow Turban Rebellion. He'll be 15 if he's born in 170. Anti-Dongzhuo Coalition, and my pronunciation once again is miserable. Warlords Battle. Okay, so he'll be, if he's born in 170, he should be a pretty young man through most of the important moments here. But I'm going to back him up a little bit. Let's give him a little bit of age, and his lifespan is going to be more than 60. Let's say he lives to a ripe old age of 90, assuming he doesn't get killed in battle. Okay, there you go. Now again, the family thingy I'll come back to, because you get to choose father, mother. I probably won't choose any of that, but I will choose spouse, and I don't know, I want him to have a son as well, an heir to his rule, in case he does die, but we'll get back to that again. Alright, so there's the first one. There's our ruler. Alright, let's create his wife, shall we? And she, how do I change her? That's under character. Let's just get to that right now. She's going to be female. Okay. Oops, it didn't stick because I didn't hit confirm. Okay. Gender female. There, it stuck that time. Face. What does his wife look like? I guess we can scroll out of the male faces unless, you know, there's something really strange going on in ancient China. She looks kind of queen, mother, wife-like. We may come back to her. Wow, that is an outrageous headset she's got on there. Hat, whatever it is. Alright, she's gonna, I think she's probably gonna end up going to war here, so we can't, I don't know, these just look a little too, what's the, man, they definitely liked their headgear back in the day, huh? Alright, she looks like she's about 12. She looks like Xena, warrior princess. And she's got blue buns on her. She's like the blue bun Princess Leia there. Alright, you know, think long, think wrong, as my baseball coach used to say. So that's the one. Now, her name. And I will remind everybody to just don't get all ticked off, alright? Just relax. I can already hear people getting all mad about these names, and I keep forgetting what the shift key is. There it is, Nagman to death. Okay. And character, okay. We already know she's female. What's the normal woman voice sound like? Wow, that's normal, huh? That would be a tough one to deal with in the palace every day, I think. Alright, that's a little more dealable. Maybe that sounds a little more hen-pecking wife-like, though. Oops. No. That might be his concubine or his mistress, but... Alright, so we have normal woman, wise woman, daring woman, alluring. We're considering her name, this is the best choice, I think. She will be a military official. Her weapon will be... What's the difference between a sword and a blade? And what's serpent blade? I guess looks like a spear, long spear. Blue dragon blade. That sounds really serious. Halberd, crescent blade, bow, fan, sword. Let's go with, I don't know what a crescent blade is, but sounds good to me. She's definitely not timid. I don't know about reckless, but she'll be bold. Duty. Alright, we're just going to go with normal with all these, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to give her here. Normal sounds about right here. Again, I have no idea how these selections impact the gameplay or impact your character here. Armor, yes. Tomes, yes. Treasure, yes. I don't. Alcohol. Could make her a drunk. Available. What does that mean? Alcohol available. We'll just go with normal. She's going to be greedy. Sorry, but she's the queen. Somebody's got to be greedy in the family. Stats. Okay, now what do we... since she's the queen, we're going to get everything at about 65. I think that's fair for the queen. We'll make her a little smarter. I'll tell you what, this will be the one... there you go. And she'll be able to govern pretty well when her husband's away on diplomatic missions or something. Okay, troop type. Why does it default to D? Do I care if it defaults to D? I'll tell you what, she'll have default D troop type. Ability, okay, here we go. Now, she's greedy, so she better... We're going to make this 5, and we're just going to make everything else 1. And again, I'm hoping that I'm not shooting myself in the foot here with these, with not going all the way and not cheating and going to max. But it just seems wrong to go to max. So, there you go. Alright, what's her forte? Now, did I not choose commerce? No, I chose virtue for him, for dim sum lusum. So she's going to be commerce as her forte. Strategy, undefeatable. Shouldn't that be indefeatable? No, it's undefeatable. Impeccable strength. War god, wow. Thousand slayer. Little dictator. Fierce lion. Brave warrior, unwavering, greatly increases mobility, best in history. That's what I'm talking about. Undefeated in the realm. Greatly increases own attack, mobility, and defense, grants cleave, strikes, and preserves morale. Bow of heaven, bow of the gods, unmoving. Increase attack and defense, lowers enemy morale. Mighty warrior, steel general, immovable, unyielding, indefatigable. Some of these just sound like synonyms here. Increases defense, grants desperation, and preserves morale. Sacrificial strike, increases own attack, sacrifices a few soldiers, just a few. Preserves morale. Iron wall. All right, ring formation. I don't know what cleave is, so I may want cleave to be granted, but what does it do for me? Greater desperation. Wow. Combo. Doubles attack speed. Slightly decreases attack and doubles attack speed. That's interesting. Mighty bow, strength. There's so many of these, and I have no idea what they do, and I just don't know. And they only let you choose one. Guards up. Slightly. Spear only. I don't want the only ones. And do I get to learn these things later on if I don't choose them now? Grants cleave, allowing melee attacks to hit nearby enemies as well. That's interesting. Morale boost. Increase morale. Desperate command. Greatly increases an ally's attack and preserves morale at the cost of some troops. Okay. Shield wall command greatly increases an ally's defense and increases their greatly. What does greatly mean? And increases their morale. Cry of justice increases an ally's attack and greatly increases their morale. I have no idea what these. Brilliant maneuver. All right, let's just take that. That sounds amazing. All right, so what did Dim Sum Lusum take? What did he take? He took Strategy Genius in the end? No, he took Mercantile, which probably she should have taken, but he actually probably should have taken Pragmatism, all things considered, since I tell you what, I may go back and change that for him. We're going to go mercantile for her. And now let's go to family. And if I choose... Oh, right. This is fine for me, but she's going to have a longer lifespan. She'll die the same year her husband does. How's that? She loves her husband so much she kicks off when he dies. Now, I should only have to choose... Whoops. All right. How do I... Original officer. That's what I want. What just happened there? I want to select... How do I select... Oh, R2 is sort by original officer. There it is. Okay, so that's her husband, right? So now, I shouldn't have to choose that for him now. Oops, it didn't stick. Oh dear, I gotta get this, I gotta get the controller down here. Okay, confirm. That's what I need to do. There you go. All right. Right. So they're married when he was 17 and she was 15 or something like that. That sounds right and proper in ancient China. I don't know. Whatever. Now that should be everything for her. All right. Let's create their son. Actually, no. You know what I wanted to do? Yes, I wish to continue. I wanted to change your expertise. You are going to be pragmatic. There you go. Wonderful. Okay. So now we can create their son, I hope. And what would their son look like? I guess he should probably look young. This guy looks like he's cracking some kind of inappropriate joke there with that expression. Those guys are way too old. He looks like he's been hitting the dim sum a little too much. That's not a bad choice, though, actually. Might come back to that one. I don't know why, but this just strikes me as their son. So, there you go. And I don't know why it makes me laugh that he looks like that. Okay, so more goofy names. Alright, and I think, how do I just choose? There we go. And that's because he has to have the same last name as his father, right? And his first name is going to be something obnoxious. There you go. Wish they gave me more letters. See, I can't choose any more letters, so you have to limit the names to 6 characters. Another reason why they're almost telling you to make them stupid. Come on, it's not my fault. All right, there you go. Dim sum dum dum. Young man, what was I forget what this sounded like. Oops. Okay. Does that sound like? Should give him the senior man voice. Should be. I think their son would be polite. There you go. Is he a military officer or a civil official? He's a military official, I think. Weapon. What kind of weapon will he have? Let's just give him a spear. Why not? Now, does this mean I can't give him a sword? I don't even know what any of this means. Personality. Calm, bold, reckless, timid. He'll be calm like his dad. How's that? Duty, normal. Bravery, normal. Aptitude, normal. There you go. Preference, armor, yes. Tomes, yes. Treasure, yes. Alcohol, he'll be a teetotaler. Why not? I have no idea how that's going to affect him later on. Greed. Normal, greedy. Will he be? He'll be greedy like his mom. How's that? Be calm like his calm and greedy. Okay, so we'll give him learning. Will be his one great feature in life, and he'll be slightly intelligent and know how to govern a little bit. There you go. I don't know, with stats like that, let's hope the old man never dies, huh? Alright, troop type. My goodness, do I care? Troop type C, there you go. Ability, we will do like we did with his mother. He will have 1 on all of these. I really don't know how many generals I'm going to make here. I think I'm going to make about 7 or so, somewhere around there. I need enough to start off the game and hold my beginning territory, you know, and maybe even take over a nearby territory. So 7 sounds about right. That way I can keep 4 in my wherever I choose to make my homeland. And you know, I can let 3 loose on the world to take over some areas. Forte, okay. He's going to be a pampered son. Let's just give him culture as a forte. Strategy, I have no idea what I should go with here. Well, he's the young son, so let's go with little dictator. Expertise, right, I have no idea what I should go. Spy work, personable. Maybe we'll send we'll send him out on the diplomacy missions when it comes to that. So he'll be personable. Does that mean I should? No, we won't change anything. Okay. That's everything there. Let's go to family. Now, he would obviously have to be born when? He would have to be born in, we'll say that he was born during the Yellow Turban Rebellion. And we don't really care how long he lives for. 75, that's good for Junior. He'll live that long. So he's 1 year old during the Yellow Turban Rebellion. There you go. Now, this is the interesting part. So I say, if I say that his father is Dim Sum Usum, why doesn't it automatically fill out the mother field? Okay, oops, there we go. She's right there. Okay, choose that. Spouse, who cares? All right, and he's going to be an only child, so. All right, I think that's everything for Dim Sum Dum Dum. All right, now we need, excuse me, we need the real deal when it comes to our generals, our officers here. We need some guys who can kick some butt. So we're gonna create a couple of twin brothers here. Or, well, I guess that's redundant. We're gonna create twin brothers here. So, and they need to, so these guys look like brothers, don't they? These two right here. Okay. So, let's go with you. And let's give you, since you're going to be the warring general. Well, you're both going to be warring generals. So, goofy name here. Okay. Let's see, shift. There you go. How you so dim? And character-wise, obviously going to be male. What was the bold man? What did he sound like? That's bold, huh? Let's give him the violent man voice. No, let's give him brutish. Obviously a military official. Let's give him an axe. He'll have an axe to grind, literally and figuratively. Personality, timid. Come on, that's ridiculous. Let's give him reckless. Duty. Right. Revere. Ignore. Let's try revere. We'll go. Now, does that mean that he's so duty diligent that people revere him for his? I have no idea what that means. There you go. He's got some. Hopefully, we tipped the scale there with that. Preference, armor, yes. Tomes, no. Treasure, yes. Alcohol, sure. Available. Greed, he's not very greedy. He's all about warring. Alright, and we'll keep those. War. See, now this is where... we cheat a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I mean... If I leave everything else at the default halfway point, 50 there, and that's he's going to kick some butt on the battlefield. That's all. Troop type, don't care. Ability. Now he's not going to be too keen on. We're going to give him 3s in the stuff that matters for overall. I have no idea what the overall ability means. But I think these are going to be important. Weapons, we'll go with 5 here. Dueling may be important. Heroism, however you... It's not going to be big on the strategy. He's a little bit of a dum-dum, so there you go. Forte. All right, now this should be easy here, right? Let's go with speed. There you go. Strategy. Strategy is Brave Warrior by default. And that greatly increases mobility, grants cleave combo, preserves morale. You know what? That's... let's go with Fierce Lion. Why not? I don't know. Like I said, if I knew what any of that really meant, it's not going to be a strategy genius. We know that. Logistical focus, no. Horse training, bow training, spear training. He has an axe, right? Pierce charger. There you go. Okay. Now, family. Let's just go with life. He's going to live to be about 75. And I don't know. That sounds about right. Let's say he was born. Him and his brother are going to be twins. They were born a year after our ruler, Lord Dim Sum Lu Sum. And we'll get to the family bit. We will get to when we create his brother. Okay, his brother is going to look just like him, sort of, I guess. Kind of looks like him. Don't they look alike a little bit? Got that same whatever look to him. There you go. Okay, so that's what his brother looks like. And let's go with the default here. And let's go. And we gotta differentiate ourselves a little bit here. Oops. This goes back. There you go. How you so dim and how you so dumb. They're brothers. Character. Obviously male. And his brother had brutish man, so he'll be violent man, right? There you go. Military official. His weapon. His brother had an axe. His weapon will be a spear. Why not? Personality. Definitely not timid. Not reckless, but we'll go with bold. Duty. He'll be the subdued. Bravery, we'll go with honor. Aptitude, we'll go with honor. Okay, there you go. Preference. Armor, yes. Tomes, no. Treasure, yes. Alcohol, normal. Greed, normal. Stats. Now, he's going to be a little brighter than his brother, I think, but a little less warlike. So there you go. I feel like I'm creating the Chinese version of Gregor and Sandor Clegane here. For all of you who know what I'm getting at. All of you Game of Thrones fans. Ability. Alright, so his brother had like none of these abilities, so let's go with one each here. He's going to need... We're going to make him a trainer and patrol pretty high. But these other ones... No idea what overall does for me. Once again, speed, he'll be pretty quick. Arouse, sure. Endurance, sure. Siege, sure. Weapon, sure. Defense, sure. Why not? Dueling, he's pathetic, not great. Strategy, there you go. Forte. Now, what did I give his brother as a forte? Speed, did I not? Arouse. Let's give him endurance as a forte. Strategy. His brother got Fierce Lion, I think. Unwavering, best in history. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Greatly increases own attack and mobility, grants cleave, strikes and preserves morale, lowers enemy morale. Tell you what, he's the best in history. There you go. Expertise. Somebody's got to be a strategy genius, but he just doesn't strike me as the guy who's going to be... He's not the one. Defender. His brother was Fierce Charger. Wow. Now, he is... Spear is his weapon, right? Spear training. City officers' spear aptitude increases. Now, why is that officers plural? Why isn't it just him? City officers' spear aptitude. That sounds kind of crappy. I don't know. Soldiers return home faster. I bet you this is important. I bet at some point this is going to be very important. Lowers armies... Let's just go with logistical focus. There you go. He can consume less. Alright, and we go to life. He will be born the same year as his brother. He will die the same year as his brother. There you go. Family, sworn sibling. That's what we're looking for. So now that should be populated in his brother's field as well, right? He should be where his brother is for his brother, if you follow me. I shouldn't have to select him as sworn sibling for his brother is what I'm getting at. He should already be there, right? And I did forgot to do the affinity thing. Oops. No, that's not what I want. I forgot to do the affinity thing for Dim Sum Dum Dum, so we're going to have to go back and edit him. But that should be everything for you. All right, and let's edit Dim Sum Dum Dum. And yeah, family, right? So he should have an affinity. Let's give him an affinity for his mom. Okay. Nagman to deaf. Okay, and right. So let's confirm that. That will get saved. Alright, and that should be, what is edit original? Okay, so we go back to, oh no, wait, we wanted to check to make sure that your family stuff, there you go, sworn sibling, how you so dumb. But you have an affinity for your ruler. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? All right, confirm that and save that. All right, and now we can create the next general officer, whatever you want to say. Now this guy should be Lord Dim Sum Lusum's like best friend, right? His closest advisor, shall we say. So he is going to have a very advisorly look, whatever the hell that means. And who are we looking at? That guy looks like an advisor. But I think that guy definitely looks like an advisor. That guy looks like a crazy advisor. That guy looks like a sinister advisor. What should we choose here for Dim Sum Lusum's best friend? It's a very important decision here. That guy's got outrageous mustachios. That guy looks totally like an advisor. We're probably coming back to that guy. And now we're getting into the women. Huh. Wow. What do I choose here? We kind of were looking at this guy. We were sort of... That guy looks like an advisor too. That guy's got like the advisor hat on. Looks like the Chinese Pope or something. Yeah, I don't know. You guys gotta, wow, those hats are awful. Sorry. No offense to the ancient Chinese customs and fashion preferences, but those look like little baby hats. You guys gotta do something better than that. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Keep my eye on the prize here. Actually, that guy kind of looks like... This is the guy. He's right there in front of my face. Of course, it would be him. Alright, so, now, since he's going to be the advisor, he's going to have an advisorly-like name. Right? Pay me no fool. Alright. There you go. Character. Obviously male. He's going to have the... What was the... There were like older man, senior man. Let's see. Not bad. polite.
请交给我吧。遵命。
Tactical man. Yes, tactical man. And no, I chose that for.
听凭您的吩咐。
I chose that for.
我明白了。
Let's go with cunning man. No, let's not. Let's get. Oops. I chose tactical man for dim sum lusum, didn't I?
请交给我吧。
That's.
听凭您的吩咐。
It's either cunning man or talent. Let's go with talented man. Ah, he will not duel. Will he duel? Does he ever want to duel? Civil officials will not duel. I'd hate to. He's going to have to go. All my generals are in the last Romance of the Three Kingdoms that I played had the war at some point. Civil official. I don't know. What does that do? I don't think that does anything for me. We'll just stick to military official. We'll give him Blue Dragon Blade. Personality, timid, calm, bold, reckless. He'll just be calm. Duty. Honor, bravery, honor, aptitude, honor. No idea. Preference. Armor, yes. Tomes, yes. Treasure, yes. Alcohol, normal. Greed, normal. Stats. Now, he is going to be a learned one. So, we will give him 85 here. War, we're just, we'll tick him up a little bit. And he's going to have 85 intelligence. And he's going to be able to, I keep skipping from stat to stat. He's going to have to govern if dim sum lusum is away, so he's going to have some governing ability. Troop type, who cares? Confirm. Ability. Now, he is going to be high in these here. And not so high in coax. He's going to be high in negotiate. He's going to be high in orator, high in virtue. Sure, why not? Overall, don't think he needs that. And defense. We'll just say he's defense and strategy. There you go. I think that's fair enough. Forte. Okay. He needs, what does he need? Strategy. There you go. His forte is strategy, but his strategy is going to be forte. What? Impeccable strength, war god, thousand slayer. Are these different? No, these are all the same. Brave war. There was something here that was like strategy. Ring formation, greater desperation combo, multi-shot, strength attack, strengthen mobility, guards up. I thought there was desperate command. There's something about increasing your allies' brilliant maneuver, but I think I chose this for another officer. Show of splendor. Advanced command. Charge command. Quicken command. Reckless strike. Stonewall command. Quick defense. Desperation command. Rapid fire command. Wow, there's just too much to choose from. How am I inspire and allies? Let's choose that. There you go. Expertise. He is going to be a strategy genius. That was easy. Forte strategy, expertise strategy genius, strategy inspire. He's all about the strategy and stuff. Oops, I didn't want to finish that. So we're going to have to edit him. I was supposed to do his family stuff. Okay. Okay, family life. Now, he's going to be born the same year as his good friend, and he is going to live to be 100. Not that it really matters. The important parts of the game are going to be done and over with when they're middle-aged, so who cares? Family. He is going to have an affinity for his good friend Dim Sum Lusum. There you go. And I think that is everything for him. Alright, so now we need... What do we need? We've got 6 generals. We need 1 more general. Officer. I keep calling them generals because I'm used to calling them generals from previous times that I've played this game. Alright, so let's do what? Let's create that other general. And this guy down here, I gotta create this guy as a general. I don't even know what he's gonna do, but what's gonna be his specialty, but he's just too classic. Look at him. Look at that look. That is awesome. Now, what do we call him here? Alright, there's his... Oops, family name must be half-width characters with no spaces. Oh, you're a pain in the... Well, that's not a family name. You told me that that's a last name. Okay, so we'll do it this way. We'll do it the hard way. Fine. Alright, people who hate you. I mean, he's got a face on him that people would hate, right? And he is going to have the cunning man voice, obviously. Duh. Military official. Weapon. This is interesting. Let's give him the bow as a weapon. Personality, timid, calm, bold, reckless. I guess timid. What? His personality would be sinister, if you ask me. Let's make him reckless. We'll have 2 reckless generals. Why not? Duty. He disdains his duty. Bravery. He's normal. Aptitude. Normal. There you go. And once again, if you can explain to me what all that means, fine. Because right now I have no idea what it means. Alcohol. He was definitely going to be available, and agreed he will be greedy. Stats. Okay, this is a good question. We're gonna make him run of the mill in everything. A bit of a wild card. He can do it all. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Troop type. Who cares? We'll go with a mixture. We'll go bad. We'll just spell bad and see what that does for us. Ability. All right. He looks like he came from, you know, the rural area for some reason. Culture. He's got none. Can I go into negative for that? Oops, no, but I can go to 9 and really cheat. Oops, now I'm not able to get the numbers back. Patrol. Don't want to shortchange him. Looks like he might be somebody who can shyster people and coax them. So we'll give him decent coax and negotiate. As a cunning man, he should have a little oratory skill. Virtue, none. Overawe. Nope, I don't think he needs that. Even we're going to make him pretty speedy. And we'll give him some endurance. It'll be a wiry old thing. Siege weapons. We'll give him a little bit of ability here. Not too much. Heroism and strategy. I'm going to make him wily. He's going to be able to strategize. Forte is commerce at the moment. Tell you what, just because we'll give him farming since he's from the, wherever, war god. Okay, fierce lion, little dictator, brave warrior. That's fine. You know what? He can stick with that. Expertise. Strategy, genius, spy work. Why not? Of course. Look at him. He looks like a spy. Okay. And I'm assuming sooner or later spy work will be in... Is there any ability that I should have tweaked for spies? I think we're all right. Why are there like different colors for the abilities? It's green if you're like 2 or 3 in rating, and it's yellow if you're 5. I have no idea what any of that means. Okay, so family. He will have an affinity for his ruler, of course. And dim sum lusum. Okay, I think that is our little cadre, little posse of original officers. We've got 7 of them. That should make a pretty good group of people to start off a kingdom with. And that'll be it for this first installment of Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. Tune in next time and we'll actually get into some gameplay. And that's when my noobness will really stand out, I'm sure.